If your guitar is not spot on in position, your left hand technique is absolutely going to struggle because your left hand technique is 100% based on the position of your guitar. So let's have a look at some of the symptoms of having your guitar in the wrong place, and from there you can see how many of them you're guilty of and what we can do instead to rocket forward your guitar playing. If your left wrist is jutting forward when you're playing a chord, this is because your neck is too low or potentially a little bit far forward. This is because as the guitar neck comes down, you'll see my elbow ends up behind the neck instead of underneath it. The more your elbow's behind the neck, the more you're craning round to get into that position. This is going to damage your wrist and you'll have terrible left hand technique. If it feels like playing high up the neck is relaxed, but playing lower down and you're straining, you feel that tension down your tendon, it's a stretch to get there, then your guitar is probably too far to the left. We want the sound hole directly in line with your center line. This way, if the guitar's in the right height, you've got the center line correct, this won't feel like a stretch, you'll have tons of movement around it and much better technique. If you can at all see the front of the neck and the frets along the strings, you have the guitar tilted too far back. We want the guitar completely flat on your body. Tuck the bottom of the guitar in so you can only see the back of the neck and right along the side of the fret, nothing on the front. The more you tilt the guitar backwards, you'll have the same symptoms as the guitar being low of your wrist having to jut out forwards. As you tuck it back in, your elbow comes under the neck, your wrist straightens, you have more movement, and your technique, again, rockets forward. And finally, if while you're playing a note, you can't have movement in your wrist, your elbow isn't free to move, then the guitar is in a position where you've locked your shoulder and you've locked your wrist. You don't have this fluid movement around it. If it's a bit low, here, I'm locked, I can't move. As I move it up, you can see my elbow moves, my wrist moves. I have now activated the full joint in the shoulder, and this will add tons of movement that used to be locked that now we can use to take movement away from our fingers. You might have heard in my previous videos, we wanted to move our fingers as little as possible and dictate the movement from our shoulder to get in position as much as we can, then to our wrist, and then the last little bit of movement is picked up by the fingers. To do this, we have to unlock the shoulder, get it in the right place so you feel all of that movement around the notes you're playing. Finally, any pains you have from your wrist, painful carpal tunnel issues, it might be in the shoulder from having a tight nerve or tendon there, any of these will also come from having the guitar out of position. By having the guitar in position, we want to alleviate these strains, relax your tendons, relax the nerves, and not have the various buckle positions that will end up compromising your joint health, your shoulder health. Any of these would be signs of having the guitar in the wrong position. So that was a quick fire through the different issues we see in the guitar being out of position. You might be guilty of some of them, you might be guilty of all of them. But now let's have a look at some pointers that you can check in your guitar playing to make sure if you follow them, you know your guitar's now on track, you're getting it into the correct position. One of the simplest checks to get the guitar in position, it covers a lot of different points, but not as specifically, so we'll get into some more specifics, is hug your guitar. Now, what I mean by that is if you can tuck your left arm under the guitar neck, so the neck's resting in there in your joint, and if your right arm can come there, you can see I'm completely level, my shoulders aren't tilting one way or the other. That gets the neck high enough, it gets the guitar in position. Now, all you want is when you let go of that, it doesn't move. This is where you'd be adjusting either what I have with the knee stand or a footstool, anything like that, so that you can do that as the position, and when you let go, it stays in the same place. So let's look at some of the more specific ideas so that when you're looking in a mirror, you can check them and see if you're in the right place. Firstly, we want the sound hole bang on your center line and right in front of the hole in your sternum here. If it's too low, you're going to struggle. If it's too high, you might be shrugging your shoulders. So hole in your sternum, that is where the guitar hole covers. Bang on the center line. Then you'll see that the height of the head of the guitar here lines up with my eyes or towards the top of my head. From there, if that's in place, the guitar is covering my shoulder because your shoulder's a ball joint. This is what gets the ball joint activated so you can move around the neck. If it's lower, we have a cam that's out of place and it locks your shoulder in. So having the position where the guitar neck covers your shoulder, and that'll put the head of the guitar level with your eyes. Then we don't want the guitar tilting backwards, you want it completely bolt upright, but you can push the neck a little bit forwards. What this will do is it'll tuck the back of the guitar a little bit under your arm, so your right arm doesn't have to crane forward to get over it. You'll feel this especially with some acoustic guitars that have quite a thick body. That'll tuck it slightly under your arm, and then your left elbow will come very slightly forward, meaning both elbows are completely in line. If the guitar is completely flat this way against your body, rather than, of course, the rotation there that wants to be flat, what happens is this elbow juts forward, this one hooks back. That'll twist your spine. We don't want that. So push the neck just enough forward so that both elbows are on a level plane just in front of your body. And now what you'll see while you're playing chords, damn, that's out of tune. I haven't played this one today. So while you're playing chords, you'll find that your wrist is mobile, it can be nice and straight, but there's nothing locking it in place. This will get rid of a lot of the wrist issues, carpal tunnel, that a lot of people have while playing chords. This will be the same for bar chords, anything that you're playing anywhere along the neck. You'll also feel that stretches, especially long ones across the neck, become a lot easier because that comes from being able to move your elbow. Here I'm stretching from fret 1 all the way to fret 7. That stretch is only possible if I can mobilize my shoulder and tuck my elbow in to get that kind of range of movement. By getting the mechanics behind your guitar playing in the position you want them to be in, your playing will automatically start jumping forward. Your left hand technique is 100% governed by the position of your guitar. If your guitar's in position, your left hand technique will start to flourish. If your guitar's out of position, it will compromise everything that your left hand's doing. Different to the right hand because I can have the guitar completely out of position and still have the position I want for the right hand. It's not the same with the left hand. It is 100% dictated by the position of your guitar. So play around with these positions, see how they change your playing. Anything you change initially will feel unfamiliar, so it'll be a bit strange to start, but if you commit to it, if you give it that time to gain the familiarity, absolutely you'll see the benefits from it. So if any of these points were interesting and useful to you, then like, subscribe, follow, all of the good stuff. It really helps get this out to more people so that they can also push forward their guitar playing. And if you know someone with terrible left-hand technique, share this video with them. It might just help out. If you want to learn a few exercises, my favorite exercises that I've developed for my own guitar playing, check this video out here where you can plug and play them into your own playing, see how they work, and push forward your guitar playing even further. So, I'll see you in there.